Hello people, I am 30 and welcome back to Imperator Rome. I haven't played this in a week, as you all may have noticed if you followed this series around. And the reason is simple, I haven't had the time to record. So I had to do some priorities, and I prioritized the Crusader Kings 3 campaign instead, whenever I actually did some uploading. And the reason I haven't been able to upload and record is because I have been working a lot, as well as studying and been busy basically, so I haven't been able to record. So I'm sorry about this. So I haven't played this for a week, and I actually have no idea what we did last time around. I think we kicked Egypt out of this place. I'm not sure though, and they still have like those two provinces here in Corinth and in Epidaurus. We still have Egypt in those places, which is bad for us because we need to get them out if we want Liberate Greece thing to happen. Apparently they hold five provinces here in Greece, which is interesting. Where are they? Those people are Egypt, I know. Which other places are owned by Egypt except those two? I need to look for Grey. That's not Egypt, that's Oreo. Oreos. Man, I really want to eat Oreos now. Rhodes is independent. That's also Rhodes. Praesos, Gortina. Where are Egypt? They had 5 places. I only see 2 of them. That is making me a bit upset. I want to know where they are. Whatever, we're going to find out eventually, I guess. Maybe some small island or something. No. Yeah, as I said, we just have to find out. But first and foremost, I want to keep on expanding. And before we go on, make sure to like this video if you haven't enjoyed it. If you haven't really seen that much, please like the video either way, because I hope you will enjoy this. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so you don't miss out on any future upload in this specific campaign. It's just to help yourself out a bit, so you don't have to go and search up my channel every time you want to see any episodes in this campaign, and you also support me as a content creator if you do that thing. But enough of me, and let's focus on Imperator Rome. And I think what we want to do, we want to focus on Greece. The smaller place in Greece. I think that's what we want to focus on. Because of course Carthage is not something that we could deal with, because I feel like they're actually stronger than I am. We have this one disloyal province, mainly because of Genoa being disloyal if I remember correctly. We have one disloyal man, and I lost also half of my navy in the last episode if I remember correctly. Which is not great, so I would like to build that up again, because if we ever want to attack Egypt again, I need a navy. Of course, Egypt have more income than I do, and they have a bigger navy than I do, because they're a naval power, but even Carthage should have a very strong navy as well, and I feel like we shouldn't be beaten by the Carthaginians when it comes to those things. If I don't want to go this way around to attack Carthage, and that's not something that I particularly want to do. I want to take Iberia, and I want to take Gaul. But I do want to take out Carthage first, and I don't want to go the land route to take them down, because that would take a very long time. A very long time indeed. And we're also going for this mission currently, so I want to do this one. So, Thrace. That's bad. That's Thrace. The only good thing with Thrace, though, they have a lot of very different populations. They do have a lot of friends, though, or subjects, which makes them immensely strong. That's a very big one, actually. The only thing is, I don't know how many of those pops are integrated, meaning how many troops do the Thrace actually have. I feel like that's the important thing here. You're independent. You're allied to that person. So if I attack you, I attack both of you. And no of my people would help me, because they're all disloyal. Potentially because of my work sergeant. Oh, I want this to go down. going to go down quite quickly. So I just need to get the game moving because I haven't been doing that so far. We have a good income. We have a very much money as well. What can we do until we can take those people down? Miraculous recovery. He had some kind of thing. I don't remember which thing he had. Like dysentery or something. That's the most common one in my experience in this game so far. I guess dysentery is a very common ailment back in this day. Still, I think it's kind of common today in certain parts of the world. But I'm not a doctor, so I don't know actually. And medicine has never really been my focus points, even though I'm doing psychology, but that's actually social studies rather than it's medicine, which might surprise a lot of people. But here in Sweden, psychology is not actually labeled as medicine, it's actually labeled as social sciences, as social science, rather. In many ways, philosophy as well, because there's a lot of philosophy in psychology. Like it or not, especially if you go for psychoanalysis. That's a lot of philosophy, if you ask me. Very much philosophy. Okay, so this is going down now. This is also going down. If this goes to 0, people might join in. Man, I hate when I do that. You have 2 allies. If I do this, I can take all of them in one go. Trudulia. Garmania, where are you? You're here, you're fighting against Carthage. As are those people, because you're allied. Do I want to help you against the Carthaginians? Yes, I do. Feel free to do something about Carthage, please. They are kind of strong, but compared to Carthage, they are nothing. But if Carthage manages to take that down, that's going to be scary. Very scary indeed. I'm going to go for those people now. He's going to declare war. People are going to join now. I want to take this is Achaea. It's not Arcadia. Where's Arcadia? I don't even know what they control in Arcadia, to be honest. Confirm. That's what I want to go for. So please, feel free to siege them down. Do we need some levies? This is Achaea. Do I have any levies down here? We have the Greek levy. I don't know though where they're going to get raised. That's like the only thing. I do not know where those people will get raised. So the question is then, which people should I raise? I'm going to raise those people in Greece. Then they will actually get raised here. I might try and raise the Illyrian or the Macedonian ones as well. Not right now. I'm gonna wait and see where they rise their troops. Because that's their army. That's an army as well. We killed 500 troops. We lost 0 people ourselves. We gained an omen. I do want something like money, please. Or discipline, but I feel like we don't need discipline right now. I'd rather have the money for, to be honest, so we can increase the income. Everything that's ours. You already has basically everything I want you to have. Do you like this? I think that's a decent way to go about it. Scoopy. You have those things. Go for that one. Okay, then the question is, which other places should I build something in? I do have a lot of money. I want to waste it on something. I hate just having this money without using it for something. These are my friends. I think they won that battle. You, though, I'm not sure about you. You might actually lose. But you won't because I have superior morale. That's good. We can't siege this down though anymore because that happened. We try and import something. Which thing would I like? Precious metal, please? No. There's wine. I don't think I need wine. No, I do not need wine. And then there's life's food, basically. We have an abundance of grain and livestock and fish and salt. Any other livestock? Olives. I don't think there are anyone's around. There isn't. That's actually bad. We don't have an abundance of olives. Spices. I don't think we can find spices. No, we can't. Honey, then. What does that give us? Local monthly food. Vegetables. There isn't any. Okay, I can only go for those things. Wine is the most money except livestock. Just go for livestock. That's okay. That's okay. I don't even know why I'm whispering, but I am. Scandal is unfortunately part of an average day in the Roman Senate or the Roman Curia, if you have ever heard of that term that also mentions the Senate. Ordinarily, we would simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed Decimus Fabius Vitus was found in flagrant delicato with his lover Fabia Secunda by his spouse Cornelia Prima. She's old, although she's old as well, so I don't really know why he did that. Despair, overcome with despair, has appealed to the Senate to have him stripped of his office as punishment for his brazenly public wise. He's the censor. He's not that good. Although I think it's actually oratory things that we need. She could be unhappy with us. Is she anything important? I lose popularity though. Just have him flogged. I don't want to flog him. This is none of my business. I want to get involved in this thing. Let them do whatever they want to. Let the man sleep with his wife for God's sleep with this other woman for God's sake. For God's sake. Which is the Roman god of fertility or sleeping around. Bacchus, I think it might be him. He's the thing of like the god of wine. I think Bacchus. Party. I'm not that great when it comes to Roman gods. I know they're like the more well-known, like we all do. I don't know the lesser known. Because they're lesser known, so I don't know them. Actually, it does make sense. They're gonna try and kill those people. Might be a bad thing. I like this. I think we might lose this. I think we're going to. Yes, we are. Go away. Run away. You will not win that battle. I must know when I have been defeated. This is really, really bad. What can we do about this? Can I get it like a better governor? He's cold. He's generous though, which makes people happy. So, and he has good finesse. He's not the bad one. So you can actually keep that. We will have a new election. The augur is probably going to be the person that gets the position, it seems like. Interesting. I'll try and take this thing down. I need to take those guys down as well, before they kill my friends. So you didn't all die, that's okay. I want to try and let attachments be allowed. He's actually good, I like him. Appius Claudius Russus. He is part of the Popularis. I lost ability, but that's to be expected. Also, I talked about the Curia beforehand. And if you didn't know, the Curia is actually still around. Or the Roman Senate House. It's actually still around. You can see it today. You can go watch it if you ever go to Roma. Not right now, of course, because of the coronavirus. But whenever it's done, you can go to the Roman Forum. You can actually see the preserved house of the Senate. It's not that impressive building. It's a big building, but it's very old. Although the Senate House has been rebuilt several times throughout the ages, it's not the same house like right now as the one that exists back in 252 BC. It's a different house, but I think it might be in the same place. Since the glorious days of mighty Heracles, the young men of Greece have every 4 years competed in the Olympic Games. Right, they should be held. I like the Olympic Games. I love them in real life because I love sports. Kasei has seen a huge influx of people. I can... Blessing of Strength or Heraclean Path. Morale of Armies and Omen Power is actually very, very good. I do need to do something about the lack of Sensor Nauga. I want someone for you. You are kinda loyal at least. Gurgis, you have a new job. You're younger as well as more loyal, so you should get that one. And now, I want to kill those people. And we will be able to. We absolutely smashed them. I lost 1,000 troops though. It's not great. Those things happen though. There's not a lot that can be done about it. But if you ever, I recommend going to Roma. I've never been there myself actually, even though I'm telling you to go there. I've never been there, but I actually have. You can find it on YouTube. I did this back in the early days of the quarantine, back in spring. There are some very nice channels on YouTube you can go watch where they've gone to Rome and other cities and they are just recording for hours while they're walking through all of those historical things. And that's actually kind of interesting, especially if they have a good enough camera to really show you. The Olympic Games came to conclude and this person won. A first time winner, a splendid event indeed. So I made the new guy more popular immediately by doing that. Demodamas, the expert explorer, is back again. Across hill and dale, valley and brook, the expert explorer Demodamas of Miletus has once again made his way to our border. The haggard Macedonian looks every bit the worn traveler, clad in a frying cloak and threadbare sandals, yet a twinkle in his eye tells of a wealth of knowledge hidden behind his craggy face. How old is he? Only 35. He's not that old. Asking only a small sum this time for his continued travels, he offers us a beautifully gilt candlestick which he claims to have sought from a mausoleum belonging to a fallen king beyond the Indus. A reasonable thing, well-fat candles, can make him a lunatic. He's a good martial man, but I actually want that thing. So we get minus local unrest in one specific place. That's okay, I like it. I said you can watch those channels on YouTube where they basically goes to the cities. You can, for example, see like the Imperial Palace in Rome, Diocletian's Palace. It's very, I think it's called Diocletian's. It's a very mighty building when you see it. I love Rome. It's such an amazing city in so many ways. Like the history there is just amazing. That's like the reason I would love to go to Constantinople or Istanbul nowadays to see, for example, the wall and every other thing that's still around from the old days. It's a very old city, just like Rome is. It would be amazing to see it. Am I paying for full maintenance for fleet? Yes, I actually am. That's good. And they lost 4 ships. Great. This guy ate rotten herring at the age of 74. Rotten herring. In Sweden we call it surströmming, which is actually a dish where it's not rotten, it's fermented. We ferment fish and then you eat it. It smells terrible and it doesn't really taste that much better. But it's a delicatessen and the Japanese people for some reason loves it. So it's very common for Japanese people to import those things from Sweden. It doesn't make sense. But for some reason the Japanese love stinky food. Because it really is stinky. I don't particularly like it myself. I like the side dishes, but I don't like that thing itself. Huh? Okay. That's Ellis. I see. The living rock of Stonehenge. I just love that. That is amazing. It's like one single rock, which we call Stonehenge. That's just stupid. In so many ways, that's stupid. But also hilarious at the same time. Like, come on. Help out or help those people out, okay? You are not a good commander, Vopiscus Malus. But I guess I still want you to do this. We have integrated those people. Do I want some Illyrian people? They will be considered minor people. Tritos. He sucks. You suck. And you're even worse. None of them are any good at what you're doing. Wait, what? I have to pay for make. He's not very good, a 19-year-old guy. So I need to donate to the poor. And I lost the things that I was importing from those people because I, of course, integrated them. Right, so I lost 2 imports by doing that. So I need livestock from something that's not Roma. And preferably not the Antagonids either. And I actually think I just want to go for base metals. Glass. What would glass give us? Local citizen happiness. But if I went for a second one, light infantry offense, that's a very good thing. So that's what I actually want to going to go for. So that's great. The slaves are not that happy. I can understand why the slaves are not happy. They usually are not happy to be slaves. Completely understandable. I wouldn't like being a slave either. So I can't really blame them for not liking it themselves. It does make sense. Marius is sieging down this revolt, apparently. Interesting. We killed our troops. We hopefully didn't lose any ships. We didn't. I gained ships. That's not particularly a bad thing. I just don't have to build them again. So I like that. It's okay. I really don't like the fact that Trace is actually down here. I want them to be gone. And I really want Carthage to not win this war, but I really think that they're going to because they're such a superior state to those people. Although they have done some kind of sieges. To just like white piece them out, that would be a good thing. I would like that. I would actually love that. Levantine maritime tradition. That sounds awesome. If I were a Greek kingdom. Heavy infantry. That's not anything bad. I like those things. Greek polyiosis. Oh man. These are not bad things either. There's so many good things you could potentially go for, but I can't because I'm a Roman. And that's not a bad thing. I like it. We don't have any integrated people at all. I might need to do that to just get this. Roman roads. I gained 3 innovations as well as that thing. I think though I would rather go for this, not the scutum really. Well, it would be a good thing. Heavy infantry defense plus 15%. It's actually a very good thing. Okay. That legion maintenance cost is actually very good as well. The honor of service. Levy size multiplier, heavy infantry morale. I think I'm gonna go for it just for a historical standpoint. What's those things I could go for? Light infantry. Okay. The Foederati. Or Foederati. I remember those people. they're usually not that useful in Attila. You still buy them because they're cheap. So you're gonna go for the triplex Asius. The triple battle line was a manipular formation primarily utilizing the Principes, Triaria and Hastati, with the Velites in free-form support. This highly flexible formation relied on the absolute discipline of each soldier, who had to know his place amidst the chaos of battle. In extreme circumstances, the triplex was said to have reached over a mile long. So really, before this, if I remember correctly, the Romans in many ways fought much like the Greeks did, like the Hellenic way of fighting, with how they formed up. I remember I think I read about it once. It was a long time ago. I don't remember the source, but I think that was actually they really fought many ways like how the Greek people did. It's a good thing that I have money because I'm losing a lot of money from doing those things. And we did lose a lot of food as well. I really need to do something about Liguria. We're going to have probably a small rebellion. This is not a big place. It really isn't. I need to take more things in Liguria though, so we can make people happier in the long run. And I really want to make sure the siege is finished so we can take those places we're in. Modern day southern Greece as well. Are you fighting against Egypt? Wait a second. No, you're fighting against the Antigonids. And Egypt at the same time. The Egyptian-Thracian War. Take Arcadia. Wait, so you're trying to do fighting over this thing. So Thrace is actually fighting. Why are you fighting against the Antigonids? How did you get involved? You're not an ally to... You're not an ally to the Egyptians, so somehow you ended up in the same war, on the same side. Thrace is not going to enjoy this. Let me tell you, they're not going to enjoy this. Interesting. Just finish this siege, please. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. This is going to make sure the Antigonids as well is going to become weaker. Yeah, you're lacking food, I know. Just finish this siege and everything will be okay. Pardon. Everything is going to be better at least. You can go back home to the wenches and the wine and every nice thing that you can find in the bars. Why am I not at 100%? I still own this place, right? Wait, what? Am I fighting against Aetolia? I am. Who are Aetolia? Mantinea. Didn't I siege that place down? I do know for a fact that I sieged this down. Didn't I? Is it possible to see? Where can you see if a place is sieged down? I do tend to think that I sieged this one place down. And apparently we fought against those people, so I can take them down as well. You gain money, or I gain money, or we gain a fortress in our minium. I don't particularly want a fortress. But I don't particularly want the money either, so... And I want you to have a loyalty, so I guess it's going to... Later down the line, take that fortress back. You go there. Yep, as I thought, we sieged that down. I want to go and kill those people then. And try to take this thing down. But you're really lacking food. Make the bunny happy. Could be a good thing. I would think. A very good thing, actually. You can be here without nutrition. Try and get your food back, please. Just have to wait for a second month so they get some more food, and then I want you to cross this. Just straight kill those people and siege this place down. You want an office for Septimus Opimius. You want him to become the governor of Macedonia. Is he any good? He's not. How are the populares feeling about things? They are happy. They really are happy. They're very powerful as well. But I think I will lose a lot of... I can just do this and then I can replace the guy. Right? That would be okay. Where's Macedonia then? This person. He's not that good. He has 0 statesmanship. That's probably the worst thing I've seen in my life. I'm just going to replace him with someone slightly better. He's just as well as stubborn. Not that loyal. Just take this very good man. He's a harsh man. Local slave output. Take him. And that's going to be good. And I think you might be in the wrong place to help out. You're not. You're actually in the right place. Good. So when we siege that place down, we can finally finish this war. I really want to see how this one goes though. I feel like Thrace would get smashed by both the Egyptians and the Antigonids at the same time. You never may know, because that actually accounts on Egypt moving in and trying to do something about this war. I want to do something about this actually. If I look at you, is it still impossible to put you trying to make a specific place happy? Like parking you in a place. Isn't that possible? You could do it before. You could do it before, but we can't just do it anymore. I do think that's a bit sad. Making my life a bit more difficult when it comes to rebellions. As I said, it's not a big province. I think it's okay, but it's still going to be a bit of a nuisance. Also, I need to spend my money on something because I have a lot of money. He's a legendary explorer now. Oh, okay. Once more, Demodamas has shown his face at our border. This time he travels by haggard-looking galley and claims to have spent the last years traveling about the coast of Gaul, even as far as Romania and Hibernia, which is basically Ireland, if you didn't know. Yet again, he brings wondrous artifacts said to bestow the blessings of the gods upon those who touch them. We can't be sure of the practical effects, but our people certainly seem to believe him. Why, of course! The Hibernian chainmail. He will become disciplined. I don't want you yet. You would be the best commander I have. You're not that loyal though for some reason. He's a rebellion. That's why. Local fort defense in Rome. Is it actually placed somewhere? Do I need to place those things? I think I might do. Those books are very good. Where is that thing now? The Hibernian, it's in Roma, making sure Rome is more difficult to take. I think that's the thing. But let me see, where is that? Whale fat candles. Can I put you in Liguria? Trying to put the local unrest down. Is that possible? How do you do that? Is it possible? Oh, this is how you build a city. I didn't know about this. Someone asked me about like how do you found a city, and I didn't know. And this is actually the way you do it. You just press this thing, and then you can build things. So now you know. If you didn't know beforehand, now you know. But I still don't know if you can actually put those things here. I guess I could do one of those things to make people happier. Like this thing. I could pay some political influence and get this. It wouldn't really make a big difference though, because that deficit is kind of severe. No, it's not possible to move things there. At least not right now. I guess I will find out in the long run how to do that. Now I want to take down... What's this place called? Zakynthus. Zakynthus. Something like that. Zakynthos. I see. Interesting. Aetolia controls that specific place. That is a very, very strong army. Let me tell you that the Antagonists do have many troops. Ugh. All of you have many troops. The Egyptians, that's a levy. It's mainly light infantry. The Antagonists has mainly light infantry as well as some heavy infantry and some heavy cavalry as well. If I remember correctly, heavy cavalry in this game is actually very good. Man, I got the hiccups. Oh. Who are you? What are you doing? It's a revolt or something. Interesting. We won that siege and we won't have 100%. I want everything. Give it to me. Please. It's only 3 aggressive expansion. We gain more places. Thank you. Banish them. All. And now I wanna put down my levy, please. Disband everyone. These Selequids are very, very big. Although Pasha, to be honest, is very big as well. It's kind of impressive. They're currently fighting against the Selequids though, and they're actually losing, it seems like. So this might be a big event happening in the east. That's just scary. Thankfully, I'm not in this area of the world, so I don't have to care about them. Otherwise, Carthage seem to be winning this war now, which is a bit scarier. From our standpoints, that's a bit scarier. Nothing is really happening in Sweden. Okay, usually nothing happens in Sweden, so I'm not surprised. And we of course have this big war happening here in Anatolia and Greece between 2 big factions. But that's something we're going to see more about in the next episode, because I'm going to take a break here, guys. So make sure to like this video if you have enjoyed. It does help the channel out immensely whenever you do that. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so you don't miss out on any things that I upload. And also make sure to check out my Twitter if you ever wonder why I haven't uploaded. I usually put it out there and not on YouTube, because I can't put in YouTube notifications of any kind. So I do try to communicate with you on Twitter. That's usually the place where I communicate. So if you're ever wondering something, go to Twitter. Or leave a comment down below in the video itself. That's also something that you could do. So please make sure to comment something if you want to. We'll see you soon, guys. Take care.